Welcome to another episode of the Brad Dax Podcast, episode 83. We appreciate you subscribing and download. You're here. We're here. I'm one of your hosts, John, alongside me, Deuce.
Come stop, bitches.
And, of course,
it's the Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy.
Making a return 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, Jimmy, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
It's the Jimmy. How's it going, Jimmy?
It's going great. Thank you for inviting me back for a second week in a row. It's great.
So we had some feedback from the Jimmy's appearance last week. They always hear me imitating the Jimmy as, with the gruff Jimmy voice. That's the voice that we do for everybody, usually, in our family. When we talk about somebody else, that's the voice we use.
You would imitate a woman using that voice.
I don't know if that's true, but okay. So after they heard it, they said, wow, the Jimmy actually sounds intelligent. I said, hey, he's got his date face on right now. Wait a few weeks until he eases into it and the real Jimmy comes out.
Well, that voice is anything that goes wrong or somebody does something wrong. That's the voice that we all use.
A fallback.
You drop something, you left something out, and then we talk to you like, what's wrong with you? Everybody knows better than that. Come on.
We all do it. It's the same thing. Actually, it started from your father. Your father was the original who we talked about like that.
Yes, it could have even been Grandpop.
It might have been Pop.
Yeah, it goes back further.
Pop might have been the guy that just started it because Pop had that voice, to be honest with you. That was Pop's voice.
But was he imitating someone in his past?
I don't think so. With Pop, when he would call you on Sunday morning, it wasn't like, are you going to church? It was like, oh, what time are you going to church?
Yep. What time are you going?
What time are you going to church? Yeah. And then, this goes back so far that when we first got answering machines, my grandfather was a ham radio operator. Mm-hmm. So when he heard the answer machine come on, he didn't know what to do. So go ahead, Jimmy.
He would actually start talking to it and say stuff like over.
Yeah, he's like, hi, this is Anthony.
You mean like I can't come to the phone right now, leave a message? Over?
And it would be, yeah, he would, no. He would say, no, what happens is the thing would beep and he'd go, he would confuse them. And he would go, hi, this is Anthony. I was just calling to see if you guys, what time you're going to church? Over. We would lose it. It was, but,
God bless him.
God bless Pop.
That's an older person thing because Genghis, when he would call up and leave a message on my answer machine or Joe's when he moved out, you'd hear like he'd hit it and you'd hear.
He'd fuck with her.
Oh, yeah. Joe? It's Dad. Call me. And he'd just hang up. It'd be like real cryptic and everything like that. He would just be so awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah, he would sound so surprised.
Talking to a machine, yeah.
That it was actually, what do I do here?
Yeah, my mother had it down pat. She had it real good. She would almost sing to you like, Joe, it's Mom. Like as if you didn't know.
Right.
Just wondering if you want to come over for dinner.
That's always a yes.
Yeah. Oh,
always want to come over for dinner.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
You always want to come over for Mom's home cooking.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Damn Skippy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Did you make your appointment?
What appointment?
For the fucking tattoo that you're going to get now. At the beginning of this season,
I hear about this.
I had said to you, I says, well, it sounds like to me you're never going to have a fucking tattoo because John had said his dream was when the Eagles win the Super Bowl, that's his dream is to have the Eagles logo up against the Lombardi trophy with the number of the Super Bowl that they won.
And the date.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. And I had said, well, it sounds like to me you're pretty safe. You're never getting a fucking tattoo.
That's true because you know me, I hate tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
I hate them.
So did you make your appointment?
No, I did not.
Are you going to puss out?
Most likely.
I think we need to push this.
Fuck that. So anyhow, this is what happened. So we're watching the Super Bowl. And as everybody knows that watched the Super Bowl, it came down to the last play. Fucking Brady. He stands there. He launches a ball. Hail Mary. It hits. And I'm like, So it hits the ground. And I look at the clock and it says zeros. And they go, that's the ball game. It's over. And I go back like this. And my 3 daughters go, when you get your tattoo. And I went, shit, I got to get a tattoo. Where would I put it?
On your calf where it hurts the most.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
Well,
I would want it somewhere where
actually
I could
where it
see
hurts the most is on your wrist. They say.
I don't want to. I don't want a tattoo.
How about up high so you?
But then I can't see it. Well, it's for everybody else. And when do I take my shirt off?
Yeah, right.
Nobody,
Scaring the kids.
Yeah, I'd be scaring the kids. So why can't I just get a nice portrait made and hang it up in the studio?
Why don't you just get a tattoo, you big pussy?
I'm a big pussy. I don't want a tattoo. First of all, I think they're trashy. I don't like women with tattoos. I think they're whores.
You said it was your dream.
Yeah, one small tattoo of an Eagles isn't bad.
But you can't do it. You can't do that something that big. There's something that I want to do.
Why, you think
small.
you'll get rejected in your next job interview?
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
Because you have a tattoo.
No, it's not what I'm worried about. But I don't.
I'm not asking you to get one of those like MS-13 jobs
around
up
my
your neck or something.
Yeah. No, I don't. Oh, I don't want to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
I really don't want to get a tattoo.
You're not a man of your word.
So there is a guy.
You should be ashamed.
So
of yourself.
you think this is bad? I understand that. Okay. There's a guy that's on a sports station in Philadelphia, and when Wentz went down with his injury, he tore his ACL, so we had to go to the backup quarterback, Nick Foles, and
Saint Nick.
So the guy said, "Well, that's it. We're never going to win a Super Bowl." He goes, "Oh, you never know. You only got to win 2 more games, and then you got home field advantage throughout, and then you could win those 2 games." And the guy goes, "If we win the Super Bowl, I'll have Nick Foles' face tattooed on my back."
Right.
Last week he had his face tattooed on his back. So
now,
then he says,
"Is it Nick Foles or is it Napoleon Dynamite?"
Again, how do you know? And then what happens is I see all these tattoos that the guy does wrong. You see, it's like, here's the picture.
Like
and then,
the woman with the teeth?
Yeah, exactly. It's like these horrific tattoos. And then he says that if they go back to back on the other shoulder, he's going to have Doug Peterson's tattoo next year. So if the Eagles win like 5 games, 5 Super Bowls in a row, this guy's whole back will be tattooed.
He'll be like the painted lady in the circus.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have John saying that on recording?
Oh, it's
no,
on
he
the
does
podcast.
not.
It's on a podcast?
He doesn't have it.
I'll find the number.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think we have to set up an appointment. And I know a girl.
Who?
Amy.
Don't tell her sometimes you want to. It's just Amy the tattoo artist.
Yep, Woodbury. Really
She
good.
does it?
Yep, really good.
Yeah, you get something about the size of, I don't know, a basketball, on your back,
Nah, we'll let him go. We'll,
Basketball?
We'll let him pick the size. Yeah, I think we'll set this up.
I'm trying to think what a size of a poker chip, maybe.
Nah.
There we go.
No,
That's not a
that's going to
tattoo.
be a pretty small Lombardi trophy and Eagles
Yeah,
head
exactly.
and Super Bowl champions.
Oh,
You have to go at least, I'd say, minimum size, like a baseball, like in circumference.
I
Like a hockey puck size.
Yeah, right here. Right on the...
no, I ain't doing the arm. If it's going to be anything, it's going to be the
Don't
shoulder.
hurt as much up here. It hurts like hell on
You
your
don't wear
wrist, from
shorts.
what I've been told.
Very seldom do you ever see in shorts, so the calf wouldn't work.
Right. Well, first of all, I have kind of some. I can't even talk about it.
Yeah,
But
what-
the legs are out of the question.
Yeah.
I can't do that. It wouldn't even work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. So then I would have to do, on my.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Well, I would do it on your right forearm. That way you can look at it every time you work your mouse.
Oh.
I'm
See?
going to find out episode number 2.
I-
It's funny
yeah.
because as soon as they won, I said, well, I can't wait till the next podcast, but
I hate tattoos. I mean, I despise them.
yeah.
I just
I'm
don't-
not
I
a
don't like
huge
them.
fan of them. I don't despise them. I something, classy.
What? Classy? A
Yeah,
tattoo?
all up. Yeah.
Ugh. Just, I don't know. They look dirty. And then when you see these people that have like a bunch of them, they look dirty. The people look dirty.
Yeah.
Sorry, people with tattoos.
Yeah,
That's
you're
how I
offending
feel.
Well, it's an age thing. The millennials are full of tattoos.
I understand that.
And the millennials are also unemployed.
Well, not all of them, but
vast
yeah.
numbers.
But I guess my thing is, first of all, I don't like ink on women at all. I don't think it looks good. I haven't seen a woman with a tattoo and I say, oh, look at that. That looks good.
I've seen
Never.
There's guys that I work with that have they spend a lot of money on tattoos, and I've seen some really good tattoos. I mean, the
When you
artwork
say
is
good, you mean
I
elaborate.
mean,
elaborate.
well,
art.
not only elaborate. I mean, phenomenal. The detail, the depth. They look 3-dimensional. But I have yet to see a tattoo so cool that I'm willing to mutilate my body for the rest of my life for it.
So can you draw up what I want is the Eagles helmet,
Mhm. You want the helmet?
the helmet on the right, if I'm looking at it, the helmet on the right side, Lombardi trophy on the left, the Eagles logo underneath,
52 in Roman
52
numerals.
in Roman numerals, and the date.
Yeah, I can do that.
You can draw that up?
Yeah, you going to get one?
I'm not promising, but if I see it, let's see. I don't know, dude. I'm just not a tattoo guy.
Hey, you should never make those statements.
I never thought.
Yeah, you
never,
did
ever thought.
Because I even said, like, well, sounds like to me you're safe. You're never going to get a tattoo.
Look at you. You know, something that was, I was on cloud nine about this Super Bowl win for 3 weeks now. I was like really in an upbeat mood. And
now Deuce
comes in, and the first thing he does, he pulls out his cock and pisses all over
It's
it.
the magic that is me.
It is the magic that is you.
And I love the Brand X podcast. People can't see it, but John's got a 4x4, is it?
That's Deuce got that.
And I think you could get the same shape, and Eagles, you could have the circle like that, the helmet on one side, the Lombardi trophy on the other. Yep.
Oh.
There you go.
I've never seen silver in a tattoo though. I don't know if they.
I don't think they can do that.
Well,
Kelly Green though.
And now it's on the podcast, so now everybody's going to break my balls
about getting this. Wow.
Because there's a lot of people that that are friends of ours that have tattoos, and I've just insulted every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, guys. I mean, hey, listen.
Over just tattoos?
Listen, you have your tattoos and you like your tattoos, and I'm all for you having your tattoos. I just don't want a tattoo.
Because you've never insulted anybody over anything else that they've
I've
done.
insulted people. I've insulted people today, come to think of it.
Sure you have.
You just did.
On social media. Well, I mean, besides that, earlier today, I did. But again, it's just, it's preference. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I thought it was your team. You're diehard.
It is. I am.
Yeah, obviously you're not that diehard.
Stop it, will you?
There's a woman. We went to a New Year's Eve party.
Yes.
And Diane was drinking some wine. And Diane doesn't remember any of this, but everyone is always surprised.
How much wine did she drink? Never mind. Go ahead.
Diane, she's a lightweight. It doesn't take much.
Okay.
But it was a New Year's Eve party, and a friend of mine's wife, she was saying, die hard. She has got the New York Giants NY tattooed on her calf. Okay?
Yeah.
And she was talking shit like New York Giants fans generally do because that's what they do. And the Eagles hadn't got into the playoffs yet. Obviously, this was New Year's Eve, so the season's still going on. And everyone's psyched, and they're talking stats, and, and she's there going, die hard, die hard. And then Diane was just standing there the whole time drinking wine and says, but they never won. Die hard, die hard. But they lost. They lost. They're not going anywhere.
Well, they still have.
And everybody was like, I'm so surprised that Diane came back at her like that. But Diane was nice. because that's just using that high-pitched voice of hers.
Right.
That's what made it funny to me.
Who was saying they lost? These Giants have what, 08?
Well,
12?
no, they have Super Bowls, but they didn't do anything.
No, for this year, their season.
This season's terrible.
They were like, they win 3, I think.
Yeah, but forget about that. Yeah. How about the fact that not only did they have a shit season, but they did that stupid Dirty Dancing commercial.
Yeah, that was like,
holy cow.
I don't know what they were thinking with that. I guess the payday must have been good.
It must have been. But then to whore yourself out to do that, that was horrible. Yeah. I said when it happened that if I was a Giants fan, I would take that's it. I would go up and get all my memorabilia.
Switch to Jets.
Throw it, come in and just throw it right in the
I am now a Jets fan.
Set it on fire. Well, that's the thing with New York fans. It's like if their New York Jets would win 2 Super Bowls, everybody would be Jets fans, and they wouldn't be Giants fans. Mm-hmm. So
with baseball, though, they're kind of really loyal.
Well, the funny thing about New York,
if you are, it's weird. You are either a Mets fan or a Yankees fan,
right? But
it's you can't like them both.
Well, here's the thing: you are Yankees, Giants, Mets, Jets,
right?
So if you like the Jets,
then you're
a Mets fan. Yeah. If you like the Giants, then you're a Yankees fan.
Right. It's a weird
kind of weird kind
of Genghis was an Oakland. He was a Philadelphia A's fan.
Right.
Because that's where they were from. Then they moved, and then they took their championships with them and went to Oakland.
There you go. So, still out there.
Then he became a Phillies fan.
Oh, I can't believe you brought that up.
Tattoo.
Was that in the back of your mind?
What?
The tattoo.
Well, I remember as soon as it happened, my daughter said,
"Oh yeah, that's right."
Were you hoping? I hope that goddamn Deuce doesn't bring up the tattoo.
I forgot. I told you about it.
He's told it on the podcast.
I understand that, but I'm saying I don't remember everything I say on the show. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything that I say. So the fact that you said I did, I know I probably did. You don't forget anything. You have a memory like a steel trap.
Yeah,
you are the
everything.
Memory.
But your daughters all jumped up immediately.
When you getting your tattoo? Because
Did you go like,
well, exactly what I
suck the
did.
breath right out of
I was like, I was all smiling, and they just drained everything right out of my face. So my oldest daughter, she's my stepdaughter.
Mhm.
She has a lot of tattoos, and I don't
Does
like
she?
them. Yes, so, yes, she does, and I'm not a fan of tattoos on, and she knows that. She got them anyhow. So I always say to my daughters, if you want to honor me, then do me a favor, no tattoos.
Mhm.
But I don't know, because it's such a thing now that they all go out and get them.
Mhm.
I can't stand them, especially on women. Guys, it's a different story.
Well, we were younger. Like if you saw a girl with a tattoo, it was like
Or
there was, well, no, there was one.
Slut.
Well, yeah, that's what we used to always say. She got a tattoo. Well, she gives it up easy. That was, that was the rule.
Oh man,
sucker me.
you're really going there. You're stirring up the
Well,
audience.
that was
now.
the rule of thumb back
Yes.
when we were dating. It was like,
Tattoo,
oh, she's got a
pig.
tattoo. Yeah, you knew you were getting in her pants that night. It was just like,
Absolutely.
it was just a done deal. But if they did have tattoos, it was either like the butterfly on the shoulder or the rose above the breast,
Right.
Or maybe
Ankle.
something on the ankle, and that was it. It wasn't like that. Now they got these
it looked like a doily.
sleeves that'll make a trucker proud.
Yeah, it's
You
crazy.
You didn't think that about a woman with a little butterfly on her ankle, did you? Or
Yes.
a foot?
Slut
Really?
Yeah,
or
No, you'd have to have some real.
unless she was a biker chick,
Yeah.
Pig.
Okay.
because I know they weren't in the Navy, so.
right.
Because back when we were growing, the only people that had tattoos were people in the service,
Yeah.
or bikers, and most of them come out of the service. So
Big letdown. Speaking of bikers, I watched the whole. Help me out, John. My tongue got from my eye teeth. I can't see what to say.
To help you out, what?
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh.
My daughter got me to watch it. We binge watched it since Christmas, and what a letdown the last episode.
It was.
Oh,
You
really?
thought that was a letdown?
Well, yes and no.
I never saw it.
Oh.
All right. So
What was it? It was.
it's a great series if you want to go back.
Was
and
that one of
start
the
watching.
HBO ones, or
It was actually
or AMC?
AMC.
or-
It was on AMC.
Brutal as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal.
It's a great show. I started watching. I guess I watched it. Did what you did. I binged the whole season up to the last season, and I watched the last season in real time.
Okay.
So I thought that the ending was really, really good,
Well, it was
especially because it almost come full circle.
right, because of his father.
Right. So it come full circle.
Now, on my defense, I don't remember the very beginning. Did they show the father?
Mm-mm.
Right. Okay. Then, yeah.
Right.
But you talked about it, but
Right. But the scene was kind of the opening scene was kind of the same thing as the ending scene.
okay.
That being said, it was probably one of my favorite series. That Dexter to watch. I binge watched Dexter. That was amazing.
Mhm.
Sons of Anarchy. I'm trying to think what other ones I did that wasn't too bad. I just got done watching Jessica Jones.
You didn't do Breaking Bad? That was
I
one that
can't
almost
get-
everybody seemed to.
You know, it's so
watch.
funny. I tried watching that. I get to like the second or third episode, and I lose it. Just same thing with. Remember we talked about Mad Men? I tried to watch Mad Men. I can't get through that.
Yeah, I'm rewatching that now. Me and Diane.
Yeah. See, I love the fact that you can go in now and just go back and start watching shows from the beginning. Jessica Jones. I tried to watch it 3 or 4 times. In the very beginning, she's like a dirty clam.
Mhm.
She's drinking.
Oh, she's like Dr. Jen.
She's just a dirty clam. I mean, she doesn't shower. She's banging big giant men, and it's just dirty clam. So I just couldn't get
Does
past.
she have any tattoos?
I didn't see any tattoos on her, but so it's a comic book thing. She's got like superpowers,
Yeah,
and she's
it's
like,
a Marvel hero.
I don't know anything about comic books.
I don't know anything about that series at all. But
Right,
anyway.
but so wait a minute, I'm not done yet. Don't you cut me off too? God damn it! So that
Jimmy,
but
did you see that?
Yeah.
Stop it.
But he
So-
cut me off from mine and went into
Give me a
his series.
second, okay? Let me finish mine, and then you can finish yours. So the Jessica Jones, when I got done finished watching it, was really, really good. And I think it's only like 10, 12 episodes. I forget how many it is. But by the time I got through, it was really good. And now there's a second season coming out, which will come out March 8th. So I'm all ready to go for the second season. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Go ahead.
No, you said you thought it came full circle, and it did. But I guess after what, 2.5 months, I don't know. You kind of.
What did you want?
I don't know. I'm not
Did you
sure.
want a gunfight?
A big payoff.
Yeah.
The worst ending in the world was The Sopranos.
I was just going to say that. 'Cause
Oh, my God.
everybody
I
was
wanted to
pissed off
kill
about
that.
that. Yeah, like
That was the worst. I wanted to find the guy that wrote that and just choke him.
Talk about the tank running dry. Like
It was like,
Do a lot of them have alternative endings? Though some of those series had different endings.
I don't know about
I
the
just-
Sopranos because that ended quite a while ago.
yeah. Well, the thing with The Sopranos was, I think the guy didn't know how to end it because he thought he was going to make a movie and he didn't want to, screw anything up, and you don't have to write around anything. So he just did this. He just copped out.
Well, that went off the air.
I can't even remember.
It went off the air like around 05, 06 because Hillary Clinton used that whole putting a coin in the jukebox with her and Bill Clinton in the diner as like an homage to, and everyone like commented on it. Says, "Ooh, why would you use that? That was like the biggest letdown ending in T." And then she wound up losing anyway to
which was the best
Feckless Wonder,
right?
So
yeah. So to me, that was the worst ending. Although,
and James Gandolfini up and died like Mr. Bojangles' dog. It was about 4 years ago now. I guess.
I wonder how old he was.
3 or 4. He was pretty young. He wasn't that old.
I'll tell you, we're at that age now where people our age are dropping.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this morning,
What's
Kevin
his wee
Smith,
shit, Kemosabe?
You're in our age group. You're over 50. Kevin Smith, he was 47, had a massive heart attack this morning. Do you know anything about Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
Do you? I haven't watched any of his movies. I don't know anything.
You probably have. You just didn't realize. Did you watch Dogma with Chris Rock?
No.
Jane, Silent Bob, Clerks?
No.
Chasing Amy?
No.
Mallrats?
No.
No.
So I don't know. But he seems like a pretty cool guy.
He's funny as hell because he's basically, to give a short biography, he's from North Jersey and he was like big into like comic books. He had this gigantic comic book collection. But he also went to film school. He wanted to make a film. He sold his entire collection and he made the Clerks movie, which is funny as hell if you've never seen Clerks.
I'll go back and watch it.
It's in black and white because he did it on a shoestring. He rented an old Cumberland Farms out in North Jersey and he shot this movie. And it wound up becoming like a hit. And I related to it because I owned a convenience store at the time. But if you go on YouTube, he does tours, speeches. He's funny as shit. He's really a fucking funny guy. You would like him a lot just for his
I'll have
humor.
to look into that. I definitely.
Well, the funny thing is that I know the guys from Who's Right podcast, Doug and Anthony, are big Kevin Smith fans, and they made a T-shirt where they have cartoon characters of themselves,
right?
And they put themselves in two of the characters. And again, I apologize because I don't know who it was. So
just a short. James Gandolfini was 51 when he up and died. Like,
how old are you?
I'm 53.
You're in the range, pal.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fat slob like James Gandolfini
or me.
was.
Okay,
yeah.
So
well, you outlived him.
Whatever. So anyhow, they made a T-shirt with those characters on it, and they put it up on the place where they used to have their T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, the place that got the T-shirts got a cease and desist order from the people from Kevin Smith. Well, Doug's like, yeah, Kevin Smith, you piece of shit. He goes off like I do. And then I guess
but they reneged on it.
Kevin Smith said, guess what? Let him do it.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good, that's a pretty cool thing.
He is a pretty cool dude. I mean, if you ever watch The Walking Dead on AMC, he has a TV show called Comic Book Man that usually airs at midnight on Sunday night. I don't see it that often because every other week I have to work the next day. I ain't up at no midnight, not on a Sunday night.
Did you ever hear the thing that they do? It's like a digital recorder.
Yeah, I don't have one. I don't do that.
You don't do a digital recorder?
I don't give Comcast any more extra money than I
understand that, but I mean, it's just freedom to be able, or just going on demand and finding it.
Not doing it.
On demand doesn't cost you any more money.
YouTube.
Okay.
Wow.
Whatever.
Wow.
I don't understand why,
Well, I'm not a slave to television either.
That's what I'm talking about. You are a slave to television because you have to wait.
No, I mean, I don't watch that many shows.
I understand that, but you have to go to the show on their terms. If it's recorded or you watch it on demand, you watch it on your terms. So actually, you are a slave to the man.
No, because I don't watch that show that often.
But the shows that you do watch, like when you watch The Walking Dead, you watch.
I didn't even watch it last night.
You're missing the point here.
No, go ahead.
The point is that you wait until the show comes on, and you have to go through the commercials and all that. If you wait until the next day and watch it on demand, you can just fast forward through the commercials.
Yeah. And when am I going to get time to do that with my hectic schedule?
You sit there and plan a time to do that. I mean, I'm sure there's time where you can sit
down. Or
I
could just say, ooh, it's Sunday at 9:00. Time to watch this show.
You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying
it sounds like me a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, both of you.
Well, I was going to ask you that question. You can DVR it, correct? Is that the term?
Digital DVR. What is it?
Digital video recording.
Why would they say? Okay,
and that way you can then watch it one day later with no commercials. You speed through them, or
yeah, you fast forward through the commercials.
That does sound
wow,
pretty
Jimmy.
good.
Jimmy just found out.
Well,
you
no,
can
I knew they had
record
it.
them.
But somebody was telling me certain shows you can't get through the commercials. They make it so you can't.
If you go to on demand, after a certain amount of time, they'll usually make you wait through the commercials.
Okay,
but I watch very little television.
I don't really watch that much TV either. I listen to more podcasts than I watch TV.
I watch the news and like maybe The Walking Dead but I don't watch the reruns or nothing.
So right,
I'm actually more of a surfer than a channel surfer.
Channel surfer?
Yeah, like I'll sit there and I'll just like there's always something on that you can watch on like the other History Channel, not the one with all the people in Las Vegas that are like selling junk and reconditioning shit. That's not history. I don't know how that even started. It's like they shouldn't even call it the History Channel. You should just call it the Las Vegas Channel.
Well, it was when I woke up this morning and I picked up my phone and I actually went on to social media. It was all over Facebook and Twitter that Kevin Smith had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
who's Kevin Smith? Right?
I knew who he was. Yeah. I don't know that much about
but
him.
You're like, so what? Yeah.
So then I open up my Twitter and there's a woman, her name's Jamie Walton, Jamie Walton, at Jamie Walton. And she had the fuck won't this play now? What is that about?
Because you need it to.
All right, here we go. Hopefully this will work. You cocksucker.
Patience.
I have none. Why?
And Deuce is rubbing it in. Just rubbing it in.
Oh, Deuce, I've missed you.
Like a tumor.
I missed you like a tumor. All right, let's see if this works. Hang on, here we go.
As I'm sure many of you have heard, we got the news this morning that Kevin Smith had a heart attack last night. I was having a brief conversation with him as it happened, which I guess is why I didn't hear back from him.
So it was your fault. Aha!
I just want to say to Kevin, we're rooting for you. You're going to be fine. You're going to be great. Everything's going to be just okay. We love you so much. You're going to be better than ever.
She don't believe any of this. Mm-hmm. She thinks he's dying.
Yeah. He's got one foot in the grave, according to her.
You should see the look on her face. She thinks he's dying.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and watch
the
video.
We're all praying for you. We're all
thoughts
thinking
and prayers.
About you. And you're finally trending on Twitter.
There you go.
There you
got that.
You just have to have a heart attack.
On the bright side.
Right. On the bright side, you're trending on Twitter. So then I thought to myself, when I have my heart attack.
Say that one more time.
When I have my heart attack, not if, when I have my heart attack.
Oh, so it's on the planner?
Well, I looked up the signs of a heart attack, and we'll get to that in a second. Mm. I'm thinking to myself, is anybody going to cry on Twitter for me? Like I want somebody when I have a heart attack and someone finds out, I want them to go on Twitter and cry for me.
Well, here's the flaw in your plan, because you have to stay conscious enough to say, holy shit, I'm having a heart attack. Because if you just have the heart attack without tweeting about it, no one's going to know.
Well, when I finally feel like I'm having a heart attack, I'm going for the Twitter.
He'll tweet first and then call 911.
Then call 911.
The big one.
He's got to have his priorities.
Right. So I tweeted out this morning, can I get someone to cry about me like this when I have my heart attack? Preferably at Morning Neurosis, which is Juliet Miranda.
Hey,
at Flirt Rider Doll.
Hey, yo. Right. John Buchanan's had a heart attack.
Hey, yo. John Buchanan. Hold on, I got to take a drink of my bourbon. John had from the Brand X podcast had a heart attack. And you're going to be okay, fat boy. I think. I don't know. I
think Juliet Miranda is a little too classy to go right to fat boy. She might say pudgy or something.
I'm sure Dave, the producer, will write this down. So she might go to fat boy. I also asked Lisa and Sam from the I Shake My Head podcast. I said, you don't have to mean it, but just like get well soon cry, something like that. So I got some responses. Juliet Miranda from the Unwritable Rant said, would you accept a slurred drunken speech or a toast? And the answer to that is yes, I would.
Yeah, I would be proud.
Ryder Doll said, absolutely, but it'll cost you. Men don't receive my fake sympathy for free. Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand that.
Staying in character.
That's right.
It's a craft.
And then the girls, my girlfriends from the Great White North,
a boot,
Lisa and Sam, said, you want some tears? You got it. And that's a big deal coming from Lisa and Sam because we aren't tearful women. So there you go. So I have a plan. So when I have my heart
now
attack.
You just have to have the heart attack now. Now, are you not going to have the heart attack just like you're not going to get that fucking tattoo?
Well, I have a choice about the tattoo. So let's go over the common heart attack warning signs. Pain or discomfort in your chest. You ever have that? Either one of you?
Once in a while.
Yeah,
sure. Okay.
I find beer makes that go away.
All right. Lightheadedness, nausea, or vomiting?
After the beer.
Okay. Any jaw, neck, or back pain?
No.
Jimmy?
I've had it, yeah.
You have had that too? Yeah. Discomfort or pain in your arm or your shoulder?
Specifically your left arm. I know that.
Okay.
I'm good. My pain's in the right arm.
You're good.
All right.
That's just your
spleen. I am
spleen.
dyslexic, so my heart might be on the other side.
Number 5, shortness of breath.
You answer that one.
For you or
For
me?
yourself.
Oh, I've got all 5. I've got all 5 of these.
Well, you've quintupled the symptoms.
Oh, I got a 100% on the test. I aced this bitch.
I wanted your answer with shortness of breath.
Well, the shortness
always. I wanted him to say always.
Yeah, but the shortness of breath thing, that's kind of subjective. I mean, if you just run a marathon, I'm sure.
Well, you're the extreme.
No, it's not running a marathon.
I carry the 3 or 4 bags of groceries in, running in and out the car. I have it. I've already answered the phone.
Yeah, but as you get older, you
if
tend
I
to get
walk
that.
up these steps and go to my couch,
shortness of
breath.
Are you winded on the
this
couch?
This is not a science.
You wake up from a dead sleep winded.
Not yet.
This is no way scientific or medically proven, but you're past that heart attack age. Almost everybody I know, especially in our own family, hit it before 50, 47,
keep
48,
tap dancing
49.
on the minefield.
Yep.
He's willing me to have a heart attack.
No,
now.
you surpassed it. You're Uncle Tony, 48, 49.
My cousin.
Well, the Matsack side of our family had weak hearts.
Early age had theirs. Yeah,
they had their heart attacks.
My cousin had a theory that if you make it to 62 and nothing happened to you, you're probably good to live like a real long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he proved that because he passed away at 59. So,
oops,
that was
damn.
So it was just like
so close.
Yeah, but it was the truth actually in our family.
Right.
Like everyone that we're pretty long lived.
It's either short timers or long timers.
Yeah,
you really know middle 65, 70.
But that was his thing. Like, yeah, if you can make it to 62 without having a heart attack or a stroke, I think you're pretty good for the rest of your life without anything happening.
Yeah. And then at 59, he checked out.
Yeah.
Well, damn it.
Speaking of that, I had an uncle who passed away Wednesday, so we could pour one out to Uncle Paul.
Uncle Paul.
Hey, Paul Frank passed away at 94.
Wow, God love him.
Yeah.
Pouring one out for Uncle Paul.
Make that a German beer, preferably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was German.
Yeah.
Now,
you're going to get technical? Johnny's going to get technical.
No, I wasn't going to get technical.
Is he being laid out in leader?
Can I talk?
No.
What I was saying was that the Matsacks, they have German and Polish on their side. Or no, just the...
Well, the boys do, yeah. Their mom's German.
Right.
Dad's Polish.
Dad's Polish.
Yeah.
Okay, so on our side, like the Buchanan side, we really don't have... Nobody's kicked off, my father. Well, we don't know what he really died of.
Yeah.
Could have been a blood clot, could have been a heart attack. He could have had the Widowmaker. He died at 60.
It was an accident.
Well, you say that. I don't know that. I have a lot of the same things going on that he had going on at that age, just 5 years earlier.
Is your knee on fire?
Usually.
Oh, yeah, but different reason. There's no cartilage. His was a tumor.
Oh, he had a tumor.
Yeah, he had that.
That's right. He had the blood clot. Right.
Oh, that's probably what did it. It probably broke
off.
Loose, yes.
Yeah.
Cut loose, went off.
He said it was literally really hot. I talked to him, hot to the touch, because a friend called me and said, your uncle's being ridiculous. He's not going to the hospital, and his knee's all swelled up, and it's hot. So I called him up. What's going on? Blah, blah. Oh, I'm going Monday morning. That's what
he said.
Yeah.
And 5:30 in the morning Monday, he dropped dead.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, he wasn't lying. He was going to the hospital Friday morning.
But
or Monday morning.
If my leg is hot to the touch, I'm going.
Yeah.
So, well, listen, I'm glad Kevin Smith is still with us.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this was I'm not going to say a warning sign, but hopefully this, he'll get past this and then he'll live a long life and, he'll get some medical help. He's only 47.
Wow.
He's young. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to start watching some of his movies. I think I'm going to watch Clerks.
That was his first. That was funny.
I'll have to check that one out and see what all the hubbub is about.
I think the one that he's most famous for, like where the critics absolutely loved it, Chasing Amy.
Chasing Amy. I believe I saw that. I'll have to look it up. I think I did.
I will look up Kevin Smith movies and I will start watching them. Well, so let's say something happens and I don't make it. The Widowmaker takes me out. I want a Chinese funeral. And the reason I say that is because over in China, they're trying to crack down on all the strippers that are at the funerals. Because in China, for some reason, they love to have strippers at funerals. Now, I'm trying to think why, like where that started. And it only started a couple decades ago. It's to get more people at the funeral. Because if you're going to have strippers, more people will come to see the strippers.
Well,
and that means
a certain kind of person.
It doesn't matter. They're just looking for body count.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, did you go like on YouTube and check videos like for Chinese funerals
Or
just to
fact
see if
check?
there's...
No, I didn't go for. I did not do that. I didn't go there. Why? Did you?
No, I was just curious because I would think with all those Chinese running around with smartphones, they're probably videotaping like strippers like crazy.
Hang on one second. Let me see if I can do that.
Because you would probably think that there would be a throng of people around, and they would just be people just constantly
Right. Everybody
recording
pulls out
on their
phone.
smartphone strippers.
Oh, Chinese funeral stripping. Let's see what we got here.
There it is.
Bizarre moment. Stripper performs at funeral in China in 2016. Of course, we have a fucking commercial.
I was going to say, that's pretty impending.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pour one out for
Ping!
and coming to the stage is Ping Pong. Oh, look at her. I'll have to put the link to the...
Now, is there a shitload of them up there?
I
on
just-
YouTube, I mean?
This is on YouTube. There's two of them at the casket, and they're instead of a pole, they're using the casket. And as you said, there's all I see is I see cell phones. And everybody's got their cell phones up.
There would have to be.
Oh God! Now I have to take this and put this. I have to put the link for this in the chat. This is amazing. That's crazy.
Yeah, remember Uncle Chow's wedding, funeral? Yeah, it was
Oh my God! Do you remember the cans on the stripper at Uncle Chow's? Holy cow! Hold on, got to put that on the checklist.
Yeah, because I was going to say it would have to be. They have a picture here in the story you posted. There have to be millions of videos of this.
Well, hang on one second. Let's see if there's another one. Why? Yes, there is. There's news stories about it, but I just actually want to get to the widow hires exotic dancers to perform at her husband's funeral.
Wow. Now that's a good wife.
There you go. They've got moves like Jaggers.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Oh, see, now this guy, he thinks he's a camera, and he's zooming in and out with the beat of the music. He's ruining the whole
Doing the
thing.
Camille pan.
Listen, yeah, he's no Kevin Smith, I'll tell you that right now.
He's not a filmmaker.
So, yeah, so do you think we can have strippers at our funerals now? Like,
Well, it's not going to be in the church.
we'll have like a father come up and, no, I don't want it at the church. Like my funeral is just going to be at the funeral home. I'll have someone come up and say some nice words or something. And at the end, they'll say, yeah, and thank you very much.
Just have it right in the strip club.
That's a brilliant idea.
There you go. Yeah.
Can you have the casket brought into the strip
Why
club?
not?
Why not if you pay enough?
You
Sure,
get a life
anything you want.
insurance policy just to cover your final expenses, and you put a stipend in there.
How much do you think a stripper funeral would cost?
A strip club? Yeah, you
Funeral.
probably, if you were to give, say,
Like an hour.
yeah, let's say if you just say, yo, I'll give you $5,000. Let us wheel this.
You get it for less than that.
Yeah, but
Jimmy's already looking for a
Yeah,
deal.
It's like, for $5,000, it's like bring it in. Let us have the club for an hour. Give us 10 strippers.
Right.
That's probably
Shots on the casket.
Yeah, that's probably drinks. It'll be a cash
I
bar.
want
of course.
I want shots lined up on the casket. Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it'd be a cash bar. Obviously. but-
Why?
No, they have birthday parties.
Yeah, I think I
bachelor
get
parties. There's package deals. You
I
get
think
food.
I get a package
Yeah,
deal.
you can get food, drinks, the whole bit. 2 hours.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like Chris Rock said about the
You don't eat food.
strip club.
Don't eat any
food.
food in the stripper club. No.
Talk about a dirty clam.
Ooh, yeah,
We
I'm
did
not
a story on that one time.
Yeah,
I got a
God.
friend that eats there all the time. He goes for
Well, we did a
the
story
filet
in North
Filet,
Jersey.
asparagus, and Potatoes all the time.
We did a story in North Jersey. They did that. They got food poisoning. The girls got food poisoning.
Yeah, everyone got
up on the stage.
Explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, that was no good.
That was one of the funniest T-shirts I ever saw. One time, a little sideline.
Yeah, but nobody died like Chili's. Was it Chi-Chi's? Chi-Chi's.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Chi-Chi's went bankrupt. They had how many deaths and how many people got sick from the cilantro?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it was Chipotle had that issue with the.
No, 10 years ago. 15 are gone. They're out of business.
Is that what did Chi-Chi's?
Yeah, bad cilantro.
I thought they were just having so much fun they went out of business because
was that the name of it?
The celebration of food, a celebration of fun.
I love Chi-Chi's. Used to eat there all the time.
There all the time.
Cilantro took them out.
But the one time you ever see like old people? They have those T-shirts that says "Ask me about my grandchildren."
Right.
One time I was at the mall walking around. And there's this old dude walking around, and it says, "Ask me about my explosive diarrhea."
No way.
And I just bust out laughing. And that's brilliant. And people are like walking by, and they're like,
nobody's asking.
No one wants to know
about that.
So what are you doing with that, Gramps?
Right. Well, here's a podcast joke, because one of the things that has happened in the past year, they're changing the way they do stats.
No.
Right. And that's all because of this IAB, which is I forget, International Advertising Bureau or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I said, I want to make a T-shirt that says, podcasting, the IAB equals IBS. I guess it didn't go over so well.
No.
Well, whatever. I have a couple jokes.
That's way inside baseball.
Yeah, it is way inside baseball. Why. Right. A couple podcasters might have got a chuckle. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
They're laughing as hard as I did at Zip Tie right now.
You think?
Somewhere.
I got a great joke. You want to hear a great joke?
Okay.
We'll just jam this right in the middle. Hold on one second. So anyhow, there's these two women. They work together. The first one walks into the second woman and says, I have a horrible sore throat. The second woman says, when I have that, you know what I do? I give my husband a blowjob, and afterwards, my sore throat is gone. You should try it. So the next day they come in. The woman walks up says, how's your sore throat? She goes, you know something? You're absolutely right. It's amazing. It's gone. And your husband couldn't believe it was your idea.
I knew where that one was going.
Oh, you knew it immediately? Okay. And then there's two old ladies. They were going to Atlantic City, and they're sitting at the slot machines. And the first old lady says, did you come on the bus? And the second old lady says, yeah, but I made it look like an asthma attack. Where's my... That's not it. There we go.
That's like the Stockholm Syndrome standard.
Marriage counselor says to a couple, he tells the guy, say something to your wife that'll make her happy and sad at the same time.
Oh, I know this one.
And he leans over and says, for a fat pig, you don't smell that bad. And then the counselor says, okay, now you tell your husband something. And she says, you've got a much bigger cock than your brother. I guess that's it.
I thought it was the other way around. Your brother has a much bigger cock.
No, happy
no,
and
it makes
sad.
You happy and sad.
He has the bigger cock.
Yeah.
But the other cock is the brother.
But she's familiar with the wily ways of his brother. So
yeah.
There we go.
Hear about the cow that jumped over the barbed wire fence?
No.
Utter destruction.
Oh. All right. That's enough jokes. Hey, you know what would look good on you listeners? I'll tell you what. A Brand X t-shirt or a hoodie. All you have to do is go to brandxpodcast.com/gear, and you can see the unbelievable amount of shirt styles and colors. Not only will you get a stylish shirt, but you also help support the show. We would appreciate it. So just go over to brandxpodcast.com/gear. Check it out.
Check it out now.
So anyhow, I was on Facebook, and I saw this video with
Tucker Carlson?
Tucker Carlson.
Interviewing
a woman from Purdue University. And basically what she wants to do is they want to outlaw or stop people from using the word man because it's offensive.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this whole politically correct society. I'm tired of it because all I have to do, language is so when I utter a sound, I'm supposed to put an image in your head. So that's all it's supposed to do. No matter what I do, how I do it. All right.
It's the way that we convey ideas.
Right. I got to play this. Hang on.
A writing guide at Purdue University, accredited school, apparently, tells students to avoid words like mailman and mankind in order to have, quote, non-sexist, non-biased writing. Kathy Aru is founder and publisher of Catalina Magazine, and we think she agrees. And she joins us tonight. Kathy, it's great to see you.
Hi, good to see you.
I got to say, there's kind of a basic irony here. I mean, you're lecturing us about sexism while you're sitting right now in Manhattan.
Manhattan. We need to rename the city then. The Big Apple.
All right, see, so now this is everything with the name man in it has to be renamed.
And that's an Indian word.
Well,
I'm sure it's a tongue-in-cheek joke, but yeah, it's like...
So here's my thing.
But like we were saying, man is the root word.
Exactly.
It's mankind, or you man, like Jimmy said, or woman.
Right.
It's the root word.
So now all of a sudden, because they've got a hair up their ass, because man, now all of a sudden, everything's wrong in this world because of man. They now have sunk their teeth into the pork chop of the word man or men or white men because of whatever reason they decide this is the bane of their existence. And if they got rid of all men.
So what are they supposed to call men now if they want to do away with that word?
We're all people.
No.
I agree with you.
That's not how it works. Clearly, they're not teaching entomology in colleges anymore, or even high school, because no one seems to know what root words are or the history of words.
So I'm done with this. I'm absolutely done with this because I've had it. You know, I started to go along with it because I thought to myself, why offend people? But what happens is we have raised a couple generations of fucking pussies through participation trophies and.
Well, that's where it all started, I think.
It's absolutely where it all started. And they have helicopter parents, and the helicopter parents they treat these kids like veal, and you know, they don't get yelled at, they don't get spanked, they don't get disciplined. You know, it's a timeout, it's this and that. And what happens is now the asylums, the inmates are running the asylum. And I've had it, okay? Because what's happening now is they're all out here, and no matter what happens, they just need to be offended. And they're right.
Well, they're not happy unless they're offended.
Right. Whether they're right or wrong, as soon as they realize that they're losing an argument or they're losing their point of view or the discussion or the debate, all they do is they change something. They look for a word that you said so they can become the victim. And as soon as they become the victim, you're wrong. And that, with me, is fucking over because I'm done. All right. You know, this whole transgender thing of turning man and he and women and the pronouns and all that, that's over for me. From now on, transgenders, he, she. When I say to you, he, she, what do you think of?
Someone that's confused.
Right. So now it's a he, she. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm offended. Fuck you. I don't care. When I said he, she, did you understand what I just meant? Yeah. That's all. My job here is done.
Case closed.
Case closed. Well, I don't like that. I'm offended. Fuck you. I don't care if you're offended. Mm-hmm. I'm done with the people being offended. It doesn't matter. When you're, here you go, people. When you're offended, it doesn't do anything to you. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, life goes on.
Life goes on. It doesn't affect you at all if you're offended. Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to somebody that was offended? Did anybody offended have to go to the hospital? Did anybody offended, have a medical problem because they were offended?
Well, that's what they're using as a cause for their other problem.
Yeah, they're using it as a cudgel.
It's
to keep you quiet.
In other words, you offended me, and now I have this nervous breakdown problem. And
I have PSTD, or I have PSD.
Yeah, the cup runneth over. It's too much. It's just going.
I've had enough.
Too far, yeah.
I think we need to. I'm done with it. I absolutely am done with it. Now, last week when the Jimmy was here, we were talking about the woman who was fired from Channel 7 News. She was a news producer.
Yeah,
and she was because she was in the parking lot and she was using the N-word, the slang for for black people. And
it's not slang; it's actually an epithet.
Okay, what the fuck ever. When I said slang, did you know what the fuck I meant? Yes, then fuck you.
Slang is a different thing.
You know what I meant. So anyhow, Jimmy
that one was for you, Jimmy.
Right. Thanks, Jimmy. They're fist bumping. The two of them against me. So
it's just like Joe never left.
So anyhow,
let him get it out. Let him get it out.
Yeah, sometime. Let me finish the story. So when we were doing the story, me and Jimmy, we said when we were talking about it, we would say the N-word. Mm-hmm. But in editing,
you bleep it out.
I bleeped it out because just that bleep made everybody think that we didn't use that. We used the actual word because people said that to me. I said, we did not. Why did you bleep it? I bleeped it just for that effect.
To get the hair up your ass.
Because if you heard that, you automatically said, I can't believe they said that.
Got their attention.
They probably counted it, too.
So now, to be honest with you, now a censored beep.
Well, that falls under the theater of the mind thing because the bleep sound, whether you use it or not, is more effective than you actually saying the word.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you've just put the word, or as you would say, slang, into their head.
Right.
And what did you call it? Epithet?
Epithet.
Yeah, like I would say that. Like I would attempt to say that.
Johnny thought you said appetizer.
I thought it was appetizer.
Ooh, cool, calamari.
Right.
Can I get extra side of sauce with
Can
that?
I get extra sauce with that? So now if I say, that big giant, people are like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I didn't say a word.
And we just sat here looking at each other.
Right. So just using this means the worst word you can think of.
Right. In any application.
So if I said, that
Female
woman over there is one big stupid,
right.
I don't even have to say the word. I just put the word in your head.
It's like magic.
It is like magic.
Mm-hmm.
So if I
uses
said
that word a lot.
Well,
What?
yeah, sure.
Who, me?
That woman over is one big stinking.
John uses that word like you and I use hello.
So if I said that guy over there is an uppity, there you go. I didn't say anything,
No.
but I just put a word in your head with this. There you go.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm done. Because what happens is we can't be funny anymore. Because as soon as we're funny, we're offending somebody. And I'm done with it. Because I had two of my friends who had one of the funniest podcasts. It's my favorite podcast of all time. They had to stop because of certain things, and they can't do the show anymore. So now what happens is gay
It's like
people,
censorship.
yeah, gay people are coming out of the closet. Comedians have to go back into the closet because we can't say what we want to do. We can't say. I know there's podcasters right now that are doing shows, and they don't use their real names. They use likenesses of themselves. They don't put themselves out there at all because if somebody finds that out,
Oh, yeah.
and it gets back to whoever, their employer or something like that, they could lose their job because somebody's got a hair up their ass because I said so. Them.
Second that.
Yeah, where I work, there's someone that actually monitors everyone's Facebook pages.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Well, those.
Now,
That's ridiculous.
Now, part of that is, first of all, you got to have, if you have a Facebook account, you better have all your security really ramped up so no one can just cursory glance at it. But
Right, you have to lock it down.
Right. Some people just hey, if they don't know better or they
No.
just don't care. I don't know what it is.
But aren't they told about it up front?
Well, what happens is some people are stupid
Right.
and they
Well,
call
it's a lot.
out sick and then they have their photographs taken at the Philadelphia Eagles
Eagles
parade, so it's just maybe you really weren't sick.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
See? So, and again, is it
But,
really?
but there is someone in the upper management office at the place that I work. That's their sole job.
is to monitor everybody's social media?
Monitor social media.
Wow.
That is
Specifically Facebook, because that's
Communism.
what they're familiar with. See,
Right.
Twitter is a little bit more
Well, because
freewheeling.
you can be.
You could be anybody.
Hey,
you want.
listen.
Yeah.
I have 10 Twitter accounts.
Right.
They would spend all day monitoring my Twitter accounts.
And not only that, Twitter is mostly a
One and done.
worded. Well, it's generally a vocabulary. It's not a picture-driven thing. Facebook is really mostly driven by photographs.
well, Facebook
people-
makes you identify yourself.
Right.
Twitter, you can be whatever.
Exactly.
Like
so,
with Twitter,
Well,
you
Andy
are
Reid, weren't you the Andy Reid? Was that on Twitter?
not were. I am.
Yeah, Andy
I am
Reid.
Coach
Still
Andy
is.
Reid on Twitter.
Right.
Still is Andy
Right.
Reid.
The
I'm not familiar with Instagram, but I thought that's pretty much
Instagram's the
all.
same thing.
That's all visual. I mean, but
Yeah.
but you can use a different name.
But you're not using your name.
right.
You're not using. You don't have
But
to
some
identify
people
yourself.
are linking their Instagram, their Facebook, and that's where their downfall
yeah.
is.
So you have to
coming.
lock down your Facebook
Right.
so nobody from the public that's not your friend.
Mhm.
All right, but here's the thing: all they have to do is take a screenshot
Mhm.
of your post, post it on theirs,
Well, that's
public,
yeah.
and now you're fucked.
And
Or I'm sorry, now you're.
conversely, some people have stupidly said things on Facebook, which
incriminating. Thing.
I mean, they're doing it on their time. Okay, you're at home or you're wherever. You're not doing anything wrong as far as calling out a sick at work, but they may have said something that they said, you might want to take that down. So
Yeah, exactly.
So
but then by then it's too late.
right?
Well, it depends
Because
on
then you get
yeah.
then you get assassinated by the
Right.
media or by the attention.
We talked about this last week, how cell phones have changed and all that. And these people are so stupid, they're cheating or whatever, and they take pictures. They, you heard this last week, the 22-year-old female teacher and the 18-year-old. Well, they got them because they had exchanged pictures.
Right.
So pictures don't lie. How did you get his naked picture?
How did that happen?
Yeah, right. So
How is his tits on your phone?
yeah, and then there was
Her tits.
I believe
It's gonna-
His tits on your phone aren't that big.
Well, men
How
have
are her
tits,
tits
too.
on your phone?
And I believe, my memory's as bad as John's. Just this week, there was another one that got caught by the phone. It's ridiculous.
Right. Stop taking pictures.
Well, when smartphones came out, I know of a person that got caught. He was running around because the smartphones were like if you go to Wawa, it'll say like the Jimmy's at Wawa getting coffee. Thanks for the coffee, by the way. Or
you paid for it.
well, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay. But
Yeah,
but you know what I
it was
mean.
worth
'Cause-
the $5.38.
but you would see that, like you would see the Jimmy just checked into the Texaco,
Right.
The Jimmy, okay, and people didn't know, like, you know what, I don't want the location servicing. So
The Jimmy just checked into the Motel 6.
well, what had happened was this gentleman checked into like the Borgata.
Oops.
And his wife, who's at home, sees on Facebook that he just checked into the Borgata. I says, well, what's he doing at the Borgata?
There you go.
Yep.
So,
Now you're in trouble.
right.
Now you're in a shitload of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, when you're doing something, 20, whatever, having an affair, how stupid are you to take pictures? I mean, really.
How stupid to do it.
To begin with.
Anyway.
To-
Yeah,
well,
do that
well,
anyway.
well, yeah.
Well, every once in a while, some people need a shot of strange. I don't know. It's not
Oh,
my
yeah,
it's
that's
not-
real good.
Well, listen. you're
Look at you
talking-
justifying it.
I'm
Well-
just saying, we're not married, so,
Yeah, well, if you are married, you're not supposed to be doing
I
it.
understand you're not supposed to be doing it.
And
Birds do it.
neither was the 22-year-old teacher or the
Bees
18-year-old
do it.
student.
Well, she wasn't married.
No, but that's
Yeah, well,
what-
that's a superior thing, like
Yeah.
you had pointed out.
But
That's a
inevitably
position
the
of
pictures,
trust
the
and-
pictures are what proved it. They needed proof, and sure enough, they got it. from
Yeah, it's
the
like
phones.
Lewinsky and Clint with the blue dress. Here's the proof.
That's been like 20 years now.
That was just on a special last night,
Dude, you know
He
what?
Got away
She's
with that.
smoking hot. Monica Lewinsky. I think she's really attractive.
She got better looking. Yeah.
She kind of, she's good looking. The problem is she's not married, and anywhere
I thought
anybody
she was.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think she ever got it.
She never got married.
And she tastes like cigars.
Just think so, but I think after 20 years, I think this, unless she got hooked on cigars,
And I didn't even know this. You know what? I know he knows this. You know what the big thing was when
especially
it came down
Cubans. What?
To? It depends on the definition of what you mean is.
What is his?
Oh my God! How did they let him walk with
parse
that?
words.
Yeah.
That's what the whole thing was.
Is.
Well, he's
The
a
girl. They asked him, "Were you having sex with?"
Whatever the question
Is.
was,
I
they
guess,
used
well,
the word is.
is.
Well, that depends on how you define your definition of the word
well,
is.
what's the definition of the word is?
Is right now. I'm here, so I couldn't have been. I'm here right now.
what it is.
My cigar is in her. Hey, nanny, nanny.
Well, in his defense, he lied was his biggest crime.
Well,
Right.
that was what it was.
Right,
It wasn't
yeah.
about the sex. That's what the Democrats wanted. It was about perjury.
Perjury,
and
right.
he tried to get someone else to perjure themselves.
Yes.
It was his secretary, Betty Curry.
So he should have just came right clean and said, "Yes,
But he did it under oath.
I slipped on the floor, and
It was 1 in a million shot. Like George Costanza's father.
Right.
1 in a million shot.
What happens?
Yeah, that was just on last night, and I watched it for a little bit. I said, "What am I watching this?"
I feel bad, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, so you're going to date Monica Lewinsky.
Mm-hmm.
So you bring her to a party and go, hi, this is my girlfriend Monica. And they
Everyone
go,
knows you're getting a Hummer.
well, not only that, but everybody knows that, she's had a cigar up her, hey, nanny, nanny, from the president. And so she's, and he did it, and there's nothing for him. I mean, he doesn't get any flack for it, or, it's not a negative thing for him,
Yeah.
but for her, which is a sin because she's hot. She's cute. Now, if she was ugly, would it be a big deal?
Monica, here you go. John's interested. If you're
No,
listening,
no.
Monica.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's a shame.
I don't go for the
that this-
crispy bangs look at the time.
then, but she doesn't have that now.
Oh, I don't know what she looks like now. So
Women are upset about the names that we use for the vagina.
crispy bags. Oh,
So actually, we had Mindy from the Evening Radio podcast. She made a list that we should stop saying.
Well, Jason, you keep saying different words for vag? Can we just say vagina instead of vag, vajayjay, box, neither regions, lady business, lady V, hoo-ha, cha-cha, lady bits, crotch, muff, kitty, cooch, cooter, snatch, snapper, beaver, cookie, cupcake, coin purse, lady flower, honey pot, poon, punani, twat, gash, banana basket, flower pot, china, fine china, juice box, pink panther, hot pocket, bikini biscuit, penis flytrap, vertical smile, dew flaps, flaming lips, puff pillow, and the notorious VAG, fur burger, bearded clam, sausage wallet, panty hamster, meat curtains, penis garage, pink taco, axe wound, penis snuggie, and lastly, pussy and cunt.
Lastly. Thank you, Mindy.
I'm glad Woodshed's still in there.
She missed Peach.
That way you can throw a little lumber into the woodshed.
You know, it's funny. Every time I listen to that list, and I've listened to it a lot.
Who made that, Jason?
They did it on the evening. They did it on their last episode. And I said, hey, do me a favor. If you can isolate her, can I please have that? Mm-hmm. And he sent it right over. So thank you, Jason. And thank you, Mindy, from the Evening Radio Podcast and from.
Sounded all clinical.
Right. And also
awesome.
From the Difference Between Us podcast, which I'm a big fan of. Stop saying that. Just say vagina. Although I did like penis garage.
I didn't hear piss flaps. That was one he said.
I think that's the part. That's not the actual vagina. That's a part of it.
Yeah, but,
it's like the doors on a car.
I think I just got like a lump in my throat on that.
Oh, stop it! You were laughing your ass off over there.
No,
see, this is what the Jimmy does.
His.
Oh, that one. Okay,
just his last one.
Yeah, there. Piss flaps. You
Man,
like
I'm
that?
still using wood. I'm still. I can still use the woodshed.
There you go.
So. And punch her in the shorts. That's one of the
punch her in the shorts.
Yeah, punch her in the shorts.
All right, I think we're done.
We're done here.
We're done here.
If you are looking for some other great independent podcast to check out, we highly recommend these podcasts. The Evening Radio Podcast with Jason and Mindy, part of the Hush Your Face Network. And don't forget their other podcast, The Difference Between Us, with Jason and Mindy and Stephanie and Bob.
This one breaks my heart. The Bad Cop show is no longer with us. It was my favorite show. It was one of my, when we first started the Brand X podcast, it was one of the first shows that we started palling around with. They were on our show, Jerry and Dave. I consider them friends. And they stopped at episode 103. And it was because of, just different issues. It's not my story to tell, but they're no longer doing it. And it's gone. You can't even go back and listen to it, which breaks my heart. I forget which one they're on with our podcast. I'd have to go back and look up the number, but there is a podcast that we did with them.
Oh, it's way back.
It's way back.
Like 21, 22.
And two really good guys. I hope they come back someday and do another podcast because two of the straight out funniest guys, funniest podcast. As soon as it came out, I immediately downloaded it and listened to it, and it breaks my heart that they're not doing this anymore. I talked to Jerry about it, and, we'll still see him on social media, and hopefully, like I said, maybe they'll come down here one time and do a guest spot with us or something like that. They're always welcome. But the Bad Cop show is no longer with us. And guys, pouring one out for you guys. Salute.
Cheers. The Hunan Show with Rocky, BB, Drew, and Josh, part of the Hush Your Face Network.
And the Who's Right podcast with Doug and Anthony. Part of the Hush Your Face Network.
The Unwritable Rant with the lovely Juliet Miranda featuring David the producer.
I don't know if he's featured.
Well, he's producing.
He produces, but he's not featured.
That's a feature.
That's not a feature.
Boy, look at you giving poor David short shrift.
Look at me.
No wonder you're going to have a heart attack.
It's not me. You put the guy in there, and he's not. You never hear him. He does the intro and the outro.
You without your tattoo.
Stop it,
big pussy
tattoo. The Pet and Meller Show with Matt Meller and Viva La Petros. You've opened up a can of worms because most of these people have tattoos. And I know I'm going to get fucking fried on Twitter over this.
Well, and rightfully so.
Part of the Hush Your Face Network.
The Bro Ron's podcast with Big D and Little R, part of the Hush Your Face Network.
The Rob and Slim Show with Rob, Slim, and Sleepy Lucas. And also Ryder Doll, part of the Hush Your Face Network.
The Horribly Awkward Show with Sean Fuller, part of the Hush Your Face Network.
The Story Behind with Emily Prokop.
Toe on the Trigger with Daniel Repholtz, Mike, and C3K, the Courtney 3000.
The Tom and Steve Show. Now, they haven't put out a show in like a coon's age, like a long time. That's what a coon's age is. So they say.
Mm-hmm.
They. And, I put something out today, about, would somebody cry for me? And Juliet said she'd do a drunken toast, which I would appreciate. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tom comes over the top out of nowhere. He just comes out of nowhere and says, "Oh, yeah, well, why wouldn't she? You're the only one. You're her only fan." I was like, that's not true, first of all. Number 2, don't be a dick. And number 3, put out a fucking show. I haven't heard from you in over a month. Just shut up and start podcasting.
Everyone has a podcast with Adam and Brian.
The Bold and Belligerent Podcast with Lauren, Josh, Adam, and Luke. Mike is off the show.
Really?
Mike took himself off the show. Luke drove Mike off the show.
Really?
Because Luke busts Mike's balls all the time. So, and then we find out here Luke was in prison for 25 days for parking tickets. I got to tell you.
That's a shitload of parking tickets.
I don't know if it's, I'm sorry, not park. I don't know if it's parking tickets, but tickets, like driving tickets or whatever.
Oh, moving violations.
Yeah, I guess. He had to do 25 in county lockup. That's 2 dimes, that's from what I understand in prison lingo, that's 2 dimes and a nickel or a quarter.
Did they trade him off for a pack of mentals?
Apparently, he says he's going to tell stories. I think his virginity is still intact. I didn't hear anything. Like, he didn't come out and say, "Oh, by the way, I got fucked in the ass by this."
And did he like it?
Well, I don't know. He hasn't said whether he... I don't know if he got fucked in the ass.
Like, it's like that I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It kind of thing by Katy Perry. Mm-hmm. Like, I took it up the ass and I liked it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I don't care how much parking or tickets I had or something like that. I don't think I would want to do 25 days in prison. I want to do everything I can to stay out.
To avert that.
Yes. Me in prison, I can't.
Yeah, it's not usually known as a chuckalicious time.
No, not at all. Also, my girlfriends from the Great White North, Lisa and Sam, and I shake my head.
Take off.
Right. I love that show.
The beauty way to go.
Absolutely. They are actually going to fake cry if I have a heart attack.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, girls. I appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this show, then please do us a favor. Tell a few friends. Share this episode or the podcast on your social media, please, on Facebook, on the Twitter, on Instagram. It's easy to do. We are on these social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BrandXPodcast, on the Twitter at BrandXPodcast, and on Instagram at BrandXPodcast. Just follow us, share with your friends. We would love that. And we would also love it if you join in on the conversation. You can email us at brandxpod@gmail.com, or you could try this. The Time Yours voicemail that's 856-322-2473. Leave a message and we will feature you, and we will feature you because nobody does this, on our next Times Yours segment. Thank you so much for listening, and come on back next week for another episode of the Brand X Podcast.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Will you shut the fuck up so I can end the recording?
That's it. We're just getting into it.
Welcome into another episode of the Brand X Podcast. Of course it's the Brand X Podcast because you've picked it, you've listened to it, you've downloaded it. I'm one of your hosts, John. Alongside me, Deuce.
Come stop, bitches.
It didn't go through.
It didn't.
Let's try that again. Is it in? Is it plugged in?
Luckily, we don't do this live on Facebook.
I heard it. I was like, okay, hold on. Because it's a non-sex, they want a...
non-gender.
Right.
That too.
Where's my list of shit?
Is that how it's titled? List of shit?
Where's my list of shit?
No wonder you can't find anything.
It's not here. That's why I thought I went through all this.
List of shit.
Where's my list of shit that I had for my list of notes? Damn it.
Where's that envelope? I had an envelope here with it on it.
Is it all outlined like Roman numeral 1?
I thought it was bullet points.
That brings up another subject. I always get a kick out of you correcting John, and my grammar's probably just as bad as his. And John said her name was something Aru.
Her name is.
Yeah, he said was.
Mm-hmm.
Would she change
She
it?
passed away.
That's what I was going to say.
Or
Would
she
she change her
passed
name? And I was shocked that you didn't jump on it because
Thank God none of this is going to be in the podcast.
When I listen to you guys, I said watch. When I listen to your shows, you correct him constantly, and I'm like,
Yeah, John loves that.
I corrected him on his latest tweet.
Yeah. He's not even here yet. He's correcting me.
He put out I don't know if you saw, he put out a tweet. Yeah, we're getting ready to record episode 82. And isn't it episode 83?
Which I replied, fuck, we're getting ready to record episode 83.
Well, I called it 162 last week, and he said, thank you, but it's 82.
82. Right, exactly.
Seems like 162 sometimes.
Jesus. They don't care.
And woman.
Well, what's going on right? Let's start this whole fucking thing over again. I'm not even going to look at this.
Okay. Let's try that.
Let's try not looking at anything. This might actually work.
I stepped on a manhole.
The outtakes on this are going to be longer than the show. I wish I could blame this on Rust, but I podcast 3 times a week with other podcasters. That's not even that.